Did you know that silence can be one of your most powerful assets? In our loud and often overwhelming world, the ability to convey depth and charisma without saying a word is not only rare but deeply compelling. Rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, today's session explores 8 specific habits that enhance your social attractiveness through the art of silence. These habits are far from superficial tips you might hear elsewhere. They are meaningful, thoroughly tested practices that I've integrated into my daily life, bringing about profound shifts in how I connect with others quietly yet effectively. Whether you're looking to enrich your interpersonal relationships, increase your influence, or simply carry yourself with more confidence, these habits can set you on the path to achieving just that. Make yourself comfortable and join me as we delve into these transformative practices. You'll want to stay tuned until the end, because I'll be sharing practical, actionable steps that you can start applying today. Plus, I'll provide personal anecdotes and insights, giving you a genuine and transparent look at how embracing silence and these Stoic habits has reshaped my interactions and presence. So, without further ado, let's dive into these 8 socially attractive habits that can help you become irresistibly appealing by mastering the powerful art of silence. Number 1. Confidence. Confidence, a quality revered and sought by many, often misunderstood, isn't about being the loudest in the room or the most outwardly vibrant. It's subtler and more profound, deeply rooted in the calm assurance that Stoicism teaches us. Let's talk about this confidence that doesn't shout, but instead firmly whispers. Marcus Aurelius taught that true power lies in control over one's mind rather than over others. This internal control fosters a self-assurance that doesn't need to boast or seek approval. So how can we develop this Stoic confidence in our everyday lives? It starts with self-awareness, understanding your virtues and your vices. Reflect on your day and ask yourself where you stood by your values and where you might have faltered. This isn't about self-criticism, but about honest self-reflection, which paves the way for genuine self-improvement. Stoicism doesn't just stop at self-reflection, it pushes us towards self-mastery. Control over one's emotions and reactions in challenging situations, a hallmark of Stoic confidence, means you are not easily swayed by external circumstances. Imagine maintaining your composure during a stressful meeting or when faced with unexpected personal challenges. This stability is attractive. It draws people to you because it signals that you are a person of substance and depth. Practical steps to build this type of confidence include setting small, manageable goals and achieving them. Each accomplishment, no matter how minor, builds layers of confidence. It's like laying bricks to construct a resilient wall. Another Stoic practice is to prepare for the day each morning. Take a moment to envision the challenges you might face and mentally rehearse how you will handle them. This preparation aligns your actions with your principles, reinforcing your inner confidence. Engaging with the teachings of Stoicism also means embracing its exercises in discomfort, like periodic fasting or cold showers. These practices teach us that discomfort is tolerable and often temporary, and that our reaction to discomfort can either be a source of suffering or an opportunity for growth. By voluntarily facing discomfort, you train yourself to face life's. Stoic confidence is about aligning your actions with your values, maintaining equanimity in the face of life's ups and downs, and cultivating an inner sanctuary of calm. It's a quiet confidence that doesn't need to declare itself, but is evident through your actions and demeanor. This form of confidence is not only more sustainable, but also more impactful. It makes you a magnet for both success and genuine relationships, because people trust and gravitate towards those who are authentically at peace with themselves. Number 2. Serenity. Serenity, in the Stoic sense, isn't just a state of calmness. It's a profound strength that steadies us in the face of life's tumults. It's about finding peace within, regardless of the chaos outside. This concept is central in Stoicism, which teaches that true tranquility comes from accepting what we cannot change and focusing our energy on what we can control. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle is at the heart of serenity. It's about response, not reaction. When faced with a stressful situation, a person embodying Stoic serenity chooses to pause and consider their options, rather than being swept away by initial impulses. This pause is powerful. It's where wisdom resides, and decisions are made from a place of balance rather than haste. But how can we cultivate this serene mindset? It starts with the understanding that most things outside of our own thoughts and actions are beyond our control. The weather, the traffic, the words and actions of others. These should not have the power to disrupt our inner calm. This isn't to say we should be indifferent or disengaged, but rather that our emotional well-being doesn't need to hinge on these externals. Practically, this can be achieved through daily practices such as meditation and reflection. Meditation teaches us to observe our thoughts without getting entangled in them, fostering a detachment that is essential for maintaining serenity. Reflection, particularly in the evening, allows us to review our day and assess our responses. Did we allow external events to disturb our peace? How can we respond better in the future? These reflective questions are not meant to critique harshly, but to gently guide us toward more serene responses. Moreover, Stoicism encourages the view of life as an opportunity for continual improvement, a concept known as kaizen in Japanese. Every challenge, every interaction is a chance to practice serenity, to choose a response that aligns with our values. This practice of constant improvement builds resilience, turning what might once have felt like overwhelming obstacles into manageable events that we are equipped to handle. Another key aspect of serenity in Stoicism is the practice of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves visualizing the worst-case scenarios in detail to prepare ourselves mentally for any adversity. By doing this, we reduce anxiety about the unknown and increase our confidence in handling difficult situations, thereby maintaining our serenity. Living serenely also means cultivating gratitude. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we foster a positive mindset that supports a serene outlook on life. Gratitude isn't just about feeling thankful. It's about actively acknowledging the good around us, which shifts our focus away from frustrations and towards appreciation. In embracing serenity, we find a steady and calm force that guides us through life's ups and downs. It's about being like the eye of a hurricane, centered and calm while the world whirls around us. This tranquility is not only appealing, it draws others to us, offering a reprieve from their own storms. Number 3. Presence. Presence is a powerful state of being that transcends mere physical existence. It's about being fully engaged in the here and now, consciously experiencing each moment. In Stoicism, presence is not just about physical attendance, but about mental and emotional engagement. It involves an alignment of thoughts, words, and actions with the present moment. Seneca put it succinctly when he said, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." This means that the true essence of living is found in fully embracing the present, without distraction or reservation. But how do we cultivate such a presence? It begins with mindfulness, a practice not foreign to Stoicism. Being mindful means actively attending to the current experience without judgment or distraction. This could be as simple as truly listening when someone speaks to you, not just hearing their words, but understanding their emotions and intentions. Or it could be fully immersing yourself in a task, not letting your mind wander to the past or future. By anchoring ourselves in the now, we prevent the leakage of life's most precious resource, time, and we enrich our experiences and relationships. In Stoic practice, cultivating presence also involves controlling our perceptions. Stoics believe that our experience of the world is shaped by our perceptions, and by managing these perceptions, we can maintain a robust presence. For instance, instead of getting overwhelmed by the entirety of a challenging project, a Stoic might focus on the single task at hand. This approach reduces anxiety and enhances effectiveness, allowing for deep work and engagement with the present task. Another Stoic method to enhance presence is the practice of reflection, particularly through journaling. By reflecting on our day, questioning our level of presence in various activities, and setting intentions for the future, we become more attuned to the moments when our minds drift. This self-awareness is crucial for developing a stronger presence, as it helps us catch our wandering thoughts and gently guide them back to the present. Additionally, the Stoic exercise of voluntary discomfort, such as taking cold showers or fasting, can heighten our sense of presence. These practices teach us to live with and fully experience discomfort, rather than mentally escaping from it. Engaging with discomfort in this way sharpens our mental focus and resilience, anchoring us more firmly in the present. Presence also involves an element of tranquility. In a world that often values multitasking and constant activity, choosing to focus on one thing at a time is both radical and profoundly effective. This tranquility in presence allows us to manage our energy more wisely, devote ourselves fully to our tasks, and interact more genuinely with others. Number 4. Integrity. Integrity is a cornerstone of Stoicism and a virtue that resonates deeply in all aspects of life. It's about aligning your actions with your values, making choices that not only follow, but demonstrate your principles. This isn't merely about honesty or moral uprightness. It's about consistency between what you believe, what you say, and what you do. As Epictetus pointed out, for what benefit is an eloquent man who can't live in accordance with his own principles? This powerful message underlines that integrity is the essence of living a life true to one's self. How then can we cultivate such integrity? It starts with self-awareness and a clear understanding of one's own values and principles. This might mean taking time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What are the non-negotiables in your life? What values do you want to embody? As Stoics, we are encouraged to regularly examine our lives and our actions to ensure they're in alignment with these values. This process of examination isn't about judgment, but improvement and alignment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and control our responses to external circumstances. This aspect is crucial for maintaining integrity, especially in challenging situations. For instance, when faced with a decision that could compromise your values for immediate gain, a Stoic approach would focus on the long-term consequences of betraying your principles. The Stoic maintains integrity by considering not just the action itself, but its alignment with their overall philosophy of life. Another practice to enhance integrity involves the Stoic principle of oikeiosis, which is the sense of belonging or affinity towards others' well-being. It expands the notion of integrity beyond personal gain and towards a universal approach to fairness and justice. By considering the impact of our actions on others, and not just ourselves, we are more likely to make decisions that are not only right for us, but also right in a broader, more communal sense. Moreover, Stoics practice what they preach by embracing transparency in their actions. They believe in being open about their intentions and honest in their interactions. This transparency builds trust with others and sets a standard of behavior that encourages integrity not only in oneself but also in those around us. In the modern world, where integrity can sometimes be overshadowed by the pursuit of personal success at any cost, Stoicism offers a refreshing counter-narrative. It encourages us to think about how our actions reflect on our inner moral compass and how they contribute to the kind of person we want to be. Integrity, therefore, becomes not just a private virtue, but a public statement of our commitment to living a meaningful, principled life. Embodying integrity means that you become a beacon for others, an example of steadfastness in a world that often values flexibility over fidelity to one's principles. It's about showing, not just telling, about deeds, not just words. Number 5. Self-restraint. In a world that often promotes immediate gratification and emotional reactions, the Stoic principle of self-restraint calls for a more measured, thoughtful approach to life. Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasized the importance of mastering one's impulses and desires to maintain inner peace and outward effectiveness. He famously advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This highlights the Stoic belief in controlling one's responses to external provocations and maintaining dignity through composed behavior. Cultivating self-restraint involves a conscious effort to control our urges and emotions, allowing us to act in accordance with our values rather than fleeting desires. This doesn't mean suppressing our emotions. Rather, it's about understanding them, recognizing when they might lead us astray, and choosing to follow a more rational path. For example, when faced with provocation, a Stoic might feel the surge of anger but chooses not to act on it, recognizing that such actions would not align with their principles of wisdom and equanimity. Practically, self-restraint can be developed through various exercises. One such exercise is what Stoics call the view from above, where you imagine looking at your life from a higher vantage point to gain perspective on what truly matters. This practice helps reduce the impact of immediate stimuli and enhances our ability to focus on long-term goals and deeper values. By minimizing the perceived importance of immediate desires, we can strengthen our self-restraint. Another key practice is setting clear boundaries for oneself. This might mean defining limits on behaviors that don't serve us, like excessive spending, overeating, or overindulgence in entertainment. It can also involve creating routines that foster discipline, such as regular exercise, meditation, or study. These routines build mental and physical strength, providing us with the resilience needed to resist temptations and act with integrity. Stoicism also teaches us to anticipate challenges and prepare for them mentally. This preparation involves imagining scenarios where our self-restraint might be tested and planning how to respond in a way that aligns with our Stoic values. This preemptive thinking helps to automate our responses in the heat of the moment, making it easier to maintain self-control when challenges arise. Furthermore, self-restraint extends to our speech and communication. Stoics emphasize the importance of speaking thoughtfully and sparingly, choosing words that reflect wisdom rather than emotion. This restraint in speech not only prevents unnecessary harm or misunderstandings, but also enhances our credibility and the impact of our words when we do choose to speak. Self-restraint enriches our lives by freeing us from the enslavement to our impulses. It empowers us to live authentically according to our true nature and values. As we practice self-restraint, we find that it not only improves our own lives but also positively influences those around us. People are naturally drawn to individuals who exhibit control and dignity under pressure. By embodying this virtue, we become beacons of stability and reliability in a tumultuous world. Number 6. Gratitude. Gratitude within the Stoic philosophy is not merely a polite expression of thanks, but a profound practice that shifts our perspective from what we lack to what we possess. This shift in focus is pivotal for maintaining a balanced and content life. Stoicism teaches us to value our current possessions and circumstances, emphasizing that happiness does not come from acquiring more, but from appreciating what we already have. Seneca once said, "He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing." This insight underscores the idea that contentment comes not from external acquisitions, but from internal appreciation. The practice of gratitude begins with recognizing the transient nature of life and the value of the present moment. Stoics believe that everything external is temporary and largely outside our control. Therefore, they encourage cherishing the present and being grateful for it, rather than constantly striving for more in the future or lamenting the past. This focus on the present leads to a deeper appreciation for life's simple pleasures and a greater resilience against discontent and desire. To cultivate gratitude on a daily basis, Stoics recommend reflecting on the things you could lose, not to foster fear, but to enhance appreciation for them while they are still part of your life. This could mean contemplating the importance of health when you are well, the value of friends and family while they are with you, and the utility of possessions while they are available. Such reflections make us more appreciative of our current state and less likely to take these blessings for granted. Moreover, Stoic gratitude involves acknowledging the role of others in our successes and well-being. Stoicism teaches that no man is an island. We are all part of a larger community, and much of what we achieve is through the cooperation and support of others. Recognizing and appreciating the contributions of others enhances our relationships and deepens our sense of connection to the community. This broader sense of gratitude fosters a supportive and nurturing environment for all involved. Another Stoic practice is the evening reflection or meditation, where one reviews the events of the day to identify moments and interactions for which to be grateful. This daily practice not only ends the day on a positive note, but also reinforces the habit of looking for and appreciating the good in every situation, no matter how challenging it may seem at first. Gratitude also extends to one's own efforts and achievements. Stoics encourage a recognition of one's own hard work and the virtue of self-discipline. Being grateful to oneself for these efforts reinforces self-esteem and promotes a healthy self-relationship, which is essential for overall well-being. Gratitude for the Stoics is an active and dynamic practice that enhances our enjoyment of life. It doesn't mean ignoring the hardships or injustices of the world, but involves a deliberate focus on the positives that exist alongside the negatives. This balanced view prevents us from becoming overwhelmed by adversity and helps maintain a joyful and resilient spirit in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Number 7. Humility. Humility is a fundamental Stoic virtue that deeply enriches our understanding of ourselves and our place within the world. In Stoicism, humility isn't about undervaluing oneself. Instead, it's about maintaining a clear and accurate view of one's abilities and place in the universe. This grounded perspective prevents arrogance and fosters a deeper appreciation and respect for others. As Epictetus once articulated, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This encapsulates the Stoic belief that true wisdom and virtue are not proclaimed but demonstrated through humble and considered actions. Humility in Stoicism is closely linked to the idea of the dichotomy of control, a central tenet that teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts and actions, and to accept what we cannot control, such as the actions and thoughts of others. This understanding naturally cultivates humility, as it aligns our expectations with reality and diminishes the ego-driven desire to control the external world. Recognizing our limitations is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it's a reflection of wisdom and maturity. It instills in us a calm acceptance of life's unpredictability and our role within it. To cultivate humility, Stoics practice self-reflection regularly. This involves examining one's own character and actions to ensure they align with Stoic values such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. By continuously assessing ourselves, we remain grounded and focused on personal improvement rather than external validation. This process helps us identify areas where we may have overstepped or assumed too much, guiding us back to a more measured and humble approach. Furthermore, humility involves recognizing the value and wisdom in others. Stoics believe that everyone has something to teach us, regardless of their status or relationship to us. This openness to learning is a hallmark of humility and enriches our understanding of the world. It encourages us to listen more than we speak, to consider others' viewpoints sincerely, and to admit when we are wrong. These practices not only make us wiser, but also endear us to others, fostering relationships based on mutual respect and learning. Humility also tempers our reactions to praise and criticism alike. Stoics strive to respond to both with a balanced perspective, not allowing praise to inflate their ego or criticism to wound their pride. This balanced response is possible because their sense of self-worth is anchored internally, not contingent on external evaluations. Such stability is at the heart of Stoic humility. It allows us to navigate life's highs and lows with grace and composure. In everyday life, humility can manifest in simple, practical ways. It might look like stepping back to let others shine, sharing credit for successes, or offering help without expecting anything in return. Each of these actions strengthens our humility and ties us closer to the Stoic ideal of living a virtuous life that contributes positively to the community. Humility is not merely a passive submission, but an active engagement with the world that acknowledges our interdependence with others and the limits of our power and knowledge. It's about embracing our place in the greater tapestry of life with grace and gratitude. As we cultivate humility, we not only grow in wisdom and virtue, but also contribute to a kinder, more empathetic world. Number 8. Patience. Patience is more than just waiting. It's an active, deliberate practice of endurance and a key virtue in Stoicism. For Stoics, patience isn't merely about biding time, but about cultivating a deep sense of peace and acceptance in the face of life's inevitable delays and challenges. Seneca eloquently said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." This embodies the Stoic view that patience helps us control our impulses and respond to situations with wisdom rather than emotion. In Stoic practice, patience is tied to the concept of accepting what we cannot control while working diligently on what we can. Life is unpredictable and often doesn't conform to our expected timelines or ways. By cultivating patience, we align ourselves more closely with the natural flow of events, reducing frustration and anxiety that come from resisting the uncontrollable. This alignment not only brings peace, but also allows us to act more effectively when the right moment arrives. To develop patience, Stoics suggest several practices, starting with reflection on the impermanence of all things. Understanding that situations and feelings are transient helps us endure discomfort with grace, knowing that it will pass. Additionally, engaging in meditation or contemplative practices can enhance our patience by quieting the mind and tempering the urge for immediate responses or results. This mental quietude is crucial as it underpins our ability to wait without distress. Furthermore, Stoics encourage viewing challenges as opportunities for growth and testing of one's character. Each moment of delay or obstacle is a chance to practice virtues like endurance, humility, and even creativity. Instead of viewing interruptions to our plans as purely negative, we can ask ourselves, what can this teach me? Or how can this strengthen me? This perspective transforms patience from a passive state to an active, enriching experience that builds character and wisdom. Patience also manifests in how we interact with others. Stoicism teaches the importance of empathetic understanding and allowing others the time they need to express themselves or make decisions. By showing patience with others, we foster relationships based on respect and kindness rather than pressure and haste. This creates a more cooperative and harmonious environment, whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or casual encounters. In daily life, practicing patience might look like taking a deep breath when you're in a hurry and the line at the store moves slowly, or listening fully without interrupting when someone speaks, even if you disagree with them. It could mean persisting in a task that doesn't yield immediate results, or maintaining a calm demeanor in the face of provocation. Patience in Stoicism is about maintaining a steady and serene mind through life's ups and downs. It's about embracing each moment as it comes without undue eagerness for the future or regret for the past. As we cultivate patience, we find that life becomes less about enduring moments and more about savoring them. Each patient moment is a step toward a more thoughtful, peaceful, and profound existence. Thank you for spending this time with us and exploring the profound teachings of Stoicism. Remember, each step taken in patience and virtue brings us closer to the peace and resilience we seek. Continue this journey with us by watching one of the suggested videos on your screen and dive deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism.